It's great to be here in North Providence. We did pretty well in North Providence. We didn't win North Providence, but I expect next time we will. We're working very hard to make sure that we've got the organization that we need to be able to bring that victory home for you. I'm just going to share with you a couple of lighter stories from the campaign trail that you might get a kick out of. One of them was I was up in Barberville, and up in Barberville, I don't know how many people are familiar with Barberville. It's a pretty rural place, right? This farmer told me a story about what had happened, what had transpired on his property. And apparently he was out there working his field one day, and this DEA agent shows up on his property. And he says, "Farmer, I'm going to search your field, and I'm going to make sure that you're not growing illegal drugs on your property." And so the farmer was a little taken back, and he says, "You see this badge? This badge says I can do whatever I want." He says, "Okay, all right, I'm just telling you, but you don't want to search that field across the street." He says, "You see this badge? This badge says I can do whatever I want. I'm going to search any field I want." He says, "Well, you go ahead, but I'm just telling you, you don't want to search that field." So that got his interest up. So the DEA agent went across the street. He searched the field. Next thing you know, he's being chased by this giant bull. And so he's screaming for help. He's like, "Help! What do I do? What do I do?" He says, "Show him your badge." And the other story was, it comes right out of the campaign. It was on election night, and we had a room at the Marriott, and we had like a little ballroom set up, and we were ready for the victory celebration or what ultimately transpired. And I had my 11-year-old daughter with me. I had my family in this little hotel room, and we were going to get ready to watch the election returns come in. And for those of you who hadn't seen her on the campaign trail, my youngest daughter Carrie, who's 11, was my constant companion, especially over the summer. Because we couldn't afford to send her to camp, for the whole summer, and I was running a political campaign. So I sat her down and I said, "Carrie, this summer you get to go to politics camp." So she was in every radio station, she was in every TV station, she met everybody, she had a great time. But for whatever reason, on the campaign trail, she just bonded with Bob Healy. Wherever we went, Bob Healy would dote on her, and she and Bob Healy just hit it off. And I don't think she'd ever seen anybody as big and hairy and scary as Bob Healy. But she just thought the world of Bob Healy. I remember driving back from an event one night, and she says, "Dad, Bob Healy's the smartest guy in politics." I said, "Why is that?" "Well, he's got his own party." And he even got to name it himself, the Cool Moose Party. So he's the smartest guy in politics. So it was election night. We're in the hotel room. We're watching the returns come in. I've got like 3 cell phones going. I'm watching the Robitaille results. And I'm thinking, he's going to make it. We're going to be toast, but he's going to make it. And so, we're on the board of elections. We get the phones going. And finally, they say, "Well, it's not looking good." So I said, "All right, I'm going to have to pick up the phone and call my opponent and concede the race." So I called Joe Azuzu. I got him on the phone, and I said, "Congratulations, you lied your way to a congressional seat." And I turned around, and my 11-year-old is in tears on the bed. I mean, she's just crying her eyes out. I said, "Well, this is a chance for Dad to be, do a real dad moment." So I walked over and I put my arm around her, and I said, "Carrie, you have no reason to cry. We ran a great race. We did everything we were supposed to do. And you know what? You only lose when you give up, and we're going to get another shot at this thing, and we're going to win." And she says, That's not why I'm crying." "Well, why are you crying?" "Bob Healy lost." Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you very much for coming out.
I'd like to thank John Loughlin for another reason. Because in about a week or so, give or take some time, he'll be going off to defend our country for a few months over to Baghdad. And you know what? That is the most selfless act anybody can do, is defend our United States.